So, Course in Miracles. Who here has never heard of A Course in Miracles? All right, great. So this is good. I don't have to tell you what it is, right? So we all know that it's a book. I got the book here, the Falling Apart version, one of my Falling Apart versions of the book here. So anyway, today we have miracles, manifesting miracles. I thought we'd talk about today. So manifesting a miracle. Now a miracle is, according to the Course of Miracles, is a change in perception, right? So it's changing your mind. It's having different thoughts in your head. Now this does take a miracle because the brain is the least cooperative organ we have in the body. Right? All our other organs, they work fine. You don't have to tell the heart to beat, you don't have to tell the lungs to breathe. You don't have to tell your digestive system to do its job, right? And the brain, it does the same thing. It just does what it does. It habitually keeps running through old patterns of thought in our minds. That's what it does. It's not something wrong, it's just what it does, and we have to recognize what it does so that we can start getting some control in our lives. So the Course will say is that you have two thought systems that are outside of even our brain, which are outside of even our body, because the Course's premise is that you're not your body, that you're not limited to a body, that you are much bigger than that, and you are having this manifestation or dream or illusion or delusion or whatever that you are limited, that we are limited to this self-proclaimed, little self here. And in this, right, I forget this bigger picture of who I am. But in this bigger picture of who I am, there is a place where I make a choice. And I choose whether I'm going to follow this thought system of love, this grace that is just like wants to just pour down like this glorious waterfall rushing through me and send out love and send out this remembrance of who we are and just being in that place of what we've said over and over and over again, as you've noticed in the service, being in that place of that holy encounter, right? Remembering. I see you and I remember love. I see you and I remember that we're connected. I see you and I remember the grace of God. I see you and I remember forgiveness. And I remember love. That's a great way to be, right? And that's the holy encounter. I remember. The other one is a special encounter. You go to special, special. It's so special, right? It's so special because it's about my way. It's about this other thought system now we get to choose from, which I don't want to say this way, right? We have the Holy Spirit's thought system, let's say, is coming this way and flowing down, and we have the other thought system, which is the thought system of the ego, which is like this long road, and it's got this baggage of the past, and it's got this fear of the future, right? And we can either check into this thought system of that's the brain going crazy and back into its thought patterns of going into what is the brain doing? It's just reliving things that we programmed into it, right? The past, worry, concern, limitations, fear, all different things that it says that we are because so-and-so told us we were, or told us we weren't because of something we picked up along the way. So this fear thought system is there constantly, busy running the brain, going, yeah, this fits with the brain, let's go, let's just... But the power of the universe is at our disposal. See, the Course says right in the beginning that there's this amazing power. There's this amazing love. What the world needs now is this love. This love is there. But it is down so deep. Like we're looking outside here, there's snow on the ground, but down underneath that snow, down underneath that dirt, we all know, right? The seeds of spring are in there. They're not even a seed anymore. They're already moving out. Right? They're already coming out and pushing through that ground, that cold. So it's there. The love is there. You don't need to be taught it. We need to make a shift. Yes. That's what we need to do. To shift out of that place of holding grievances and resentments and shoulds and projecting our way into everything that we come across in our lives. He says we are here only to be truly helpful. We are here to represent this beautiful flow of energy, of life, of wisdom, and love that can come out of us. But in order to do that, we have to stop worrying about what to say and what to do. And that's not easy. Because we're not just worrying about what to say or what to do. We want what to say and what to do to fit into what we want. This is the biggest problem that we have in our lives. And that's that long, arduous road that the ego wants us to travel and tread on. However, the ego road is just a hamster wheel. The biggest lie of the ego. We think it's this great plan of my life. This wonderful road that I will follow. And I'll get all things to be wonderful and great. And I'll have all the people I love me. And I'll know what they should be doing in their lives. And I'll straighten out the whole society and make the world a beautiful place. And I'll be able to do all these wondrous things. And we think we're on this great, great, great road. And meanwhile, we're just powering up that circle, that hamster wheel. And there it goes. And here we are, running it and running it and running it. Why? Because we keep trying to do it alone. I'm going to figure it out. There is, I'm paraphrasing, there's a line in the Course that says, we somehow think that the universe needs our input in order to get things right. We do. Somehow, God won't understand unless he hears my interpretation of it. From my vantage point. How little is that vantage point? When yet, from a distance, above it all, above the battlefield, above the battleground, how much greater is the insight, is the wisdom, is the knowledge, is the capacity and the ability to move beyond circumstances and situations. So much more. So much more. So we have this spiritual, I would say, I don't like to use the word lesson, but more of a spiritual job, so to speak, that we have to do is to try to incorporate distance and no distance. Right? Distance from ego interpretation, meaning pulling it out and seeing the bigger picture. Because in the ego, right, it's really, our worlds get collapsed. I'm in a lot of pain right now. I'm not happy with the situation. I'm a victim. This keeps happening, right? It's small, it's collapsed, it's in there. Like we get caught up in that. And we need to pull it out and say, well, what have, not only just this book, what have all the spiritual traditions have been telling us? That there is a bigger picture going on. That there is grace holding us, carrying us, walking with us even, that we can turn to and hold on to. So it's that we have to pull ourselves out and say, from that bigger vision, what does it look like? What does it look like? And we get to see it with the eyes of this thought system of love. That thought system of love that can see things from, you are all spiritual travelers, questers. You've heard so many things, but you've heard about that we have this eternal nature, that we have souls, that we have power and grace, and that this universal energy in knowing this. So whether that means other lifetimes, whether that means there's no separation between us, whether that means whatever it means for each one of you, the bottom line is we're all one. There is only one. There is only energy. I want to bring it down to that. That's what it is. And in it, vibrating, moving, and it will carry us. It's here with us. It will hold us. It will uplift us. It will actually use us for the betterment of everything that's happening. It's so exciting to think about. So that's the two things the Course does. One, it reminds us of this amazing love that is here for us, that is universal, and that wants to pour forth through us and carry us and help us in any and all, even in the little decision makings that we need to do in our lives. Because it will help us see things from that higher perspective, that greater vision. But it also tells us that I can't do it unless you let go. Right? Because the job of the Course mainly is to say, to look at the barriers that we have placed between ourselves and love. The fears that we carry within us. The 365 lessons that are attached to the book. There's the workbook and the teacher's manual and the lessons. Today's is love holds no grievances. Love holds no grievances. Even the grievance of feeling trapped in your own life. Getting caught up in the mundane, the minutiae. The fear of limitation, of aging, of death. The fear of what could happen to our loved ones, that they're not with us. The forgetting, all of that is forgetting, forgetting, forgetting. Love holds no grievances. Because when things aren't going my way, there's got to be somebody I'm mad at. And most of us are mad at the divine. Underneath it all, what he says, the thing that we're afraid of the most is this love of love. We're afraid to close the distance, afraid to trust, afraid to truly let go and let God. And what we're reminded of, the Course talks about, have an experience. You know, our fellowship is based on a principle in the Course which says a universal theology is impossible. Like we have all these different theologies. They don't match up completely. They don't. A lot of them go in completely different directions. They have a core goal, a core experience. Okay? But they don't match up. They don't need to. They don't have to. Every flower in the bouquet doesn't need to be the same. But it creates the bouquet. They don't need, a universal theology is impossible because we all come from different angles and different ways and different cultures and different brain patterns and habituations. But a universal experience is not only possible but necessary. And that's what we try to do when we come together. We want to experience. We want to go into that meditation state and know that everybody around us is just trying to just let go. We want to see the smiles, the embracing, the knowing that people care. We want to be in that universal place of allowing that love and that grace to flow down through us where we don't have to worry about what to say and what to do. And not only do we don't have to worry about what to say and what we do, we're going to be content. And not only just content, we're going to be happy. And not just happy, we're going to be free at last from all of the ideas that go through our heads that continue to bombard us of the fears of what should and could be. When we can go outside in this glorious day and just go, yes! Yes! Just because. Just because. That's manifesting a miracle. That's having the experience. And that's what it says. Have it. But he calls it holy instant. We get it for an instant. We feel the yes, we let it go. And then we're like, Did I look silly doing that? Is someone going to judge me? Right? Would I judge someone else doing that? We go back to the holy encounter again. You see, this isn't difficult. And we need to hear it over and over and over again. Because that place of grace is buried deep within us. And we get afraid to take the risk. Right? The risk that the song, the rose, called all of us to take. Because it said there is something greater at stake. We have to remember that. The ego will never remind us, this thought system of fear will never remind us of what is truly at stake. It will say, oh, you're being a bad parent. Oh, you're not a good friend. Oh, you don't have enough money. Oh, we'll say all these other things. But it won't tell you what really is at stake. As Rumi would say, your connection to God. Your connection to what you truly are and to who you truly love is. So our call today is to remember what is at stake, to close the distance, to take the risk, to choose the miracle, to choose to remember, to be truly helpful, to make holy encounters, to let the grievances go, and to know that forgiveness truly is the way to peace and love.